Welcome to another Gmail tutorial. So in the last tutorial we covered attaching images. In this one we're going to cover attaching files, and you can do that in two different ways. I'm just going to make this bigger. We can either attach a file or we can use a Google Drive link. So first we'll just cover attaching files. So to do that you just click this attach button and you choose a file. For example, our test file Word document. So I choose that and it gets attached. Another way we could have done that is I believe we just drag and drop our file. For example, this PDF document, just drag and drop it here and it becomes an attachment. So you can either use the button, click on the button, choose the file, click choose, or you just drag it in and it becomes an attachment. For images last time we saw that we needed to drag it on the screen if we want it to be, or on the body of your email if you want it to be an inline image, and drag it down here if you want it to be an attachment. For other files you can drag it pretty much anywhere, either in the body or there, and it will become an attachment because files other than images won't become inline. Only images can be in the body of your email, where you see a preview of it in the body of your email. So that's great for smaller files, but what happens when I try and attach a larger file, something that's like 42 or 43 megabytes? Well, if I hit choose on that, it tells me that your file is larger than 25 megabytes. It's going to be sent to Google Drive. It's going to be sent as a link to Google Drive, and then people can download it from Google Drive. So while this is uploading, let's go over to Google Drive and see what Google Drive is and just a little background of that. So if I click, I've already got it up, so I'm just going to click on Google Drive, and just a little background. When you create a Gmail account, you are given a Google Drive account as well. And what Google Drive is just a place to store any files you want to upload. And when you first start, Google gives you 15 gigabytes to use for all of your files in Drive, your Gmail emails, and some of those can get like large, up to 25 megabytes if they have attachments, and any photos you upload to Google Photos. So that's that. And when you have this, this is mainly used as a way, as Google's answer to Microsoft Office. For example, you can create files, you can create a folder, you can upload a file. We were just uploading this video, but you can also create Google Docs, which is kind of like Google's version of a Word document, Google Sheets, Excel spreadsheets, or Google Slides, which are like PowerPoint slides. You can also do other things, forms, drawings, maps, and you can connect other apps. This stuff we're not going to cover. Actually, we won't cover any of this in this video. If I do a series on Google Drive, which I'm not sure if I will, then I'll probably cover how to do all of this stuff. But for now, all you need to know is that if you have a file that's larger than 25 megabytes, it'll be uploaded into your Google Drive account, and it'll count towards your 15 gigabytes of space that you've used. So if you have a huge file like 2 or 3 gigabytes that you want to share with someone, this might not be the best place to put it. A better thing to do would be to upload your video to YouTube, keep it as a private video, and share the link that way, since it won't be using any of your 15 gigabytes. Because 3 gigabytes, a 3 gigabyte video is pretty small. It can be like 15 or 20 or 30 minutes, but it's going to affect, like it'll be 1/5 of your available space in Gmail. So just word of caution. Another thing about Drive is you can share files. For example, if I click on this, a bunch of options come up. However, sharing files is turned off on everything by default. So if you're worried about security, you can upload files here and they'll be safe, because whoever views it would need to know your email login and password to be able to log in and see the files, unless you've shared it with someone, in which case they'll need their login and password. Or there is a shareable link, but it's good to leave that off, because with a shareable link, anyone can view it, and you probably don't want that to happen. So I'll cover that in another video if I do a series on Drive. For right now, we've uploaded our video, and if we go back, it now shows up right here as a Gmail tutorial or video. Basically, it's a link to Google Drive, so that if I click on it, it takes me to Google Drive and says, here is the file, do you want to download it? So I can go up here and click on download, or share it with someone, or I can go down here. Actually, the share option only works because I'm logged in and I'm the one who created it, but basically you can download it and view it. If after it says we're processing this video, so in like 10 or 15 minutes, this video will become previewable, which means instead of this screen, you'll actually see the video, and you can play it right in the screen without downloading it. But in the first few minutes, you only have the download option. So one question about Google Drive is when I've inserted a file and it's in the wrong place, because wherever your cursor is, that's where it's going to go. How do I move it? Now, there's not really an easy way to move it. You can't just click and drag. There's not an easy way to do that. But once it's in Google Drive, you can just close it right there, put the cursor where you want it to be, and then go down here, not to the Attach button, but to the Insert Files Using Drive button, Google Drive. So you click on that, you find the file, this one, you choose whether it's an attachment or a drive link. For this one, when I choose it, notice that the attachment option goes away, and the reason it goes away is because the file is larger than 25 megabytes, and the largest file size you can attach is 25 megabytes. So I'm just going to make sure the drive link is inserted, because I can't choose attachment, and I'm going to choose insert, and it gets inserted right where the cursor was. So that is how you attach files using the attach button, or dragging it on, or the Google Drive button. And now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send it to me so that we can see what it looks like when the person receives it. So send, and then I go to inbox, it's here, and we can look at it. The link to Google Drive looks exactly the way it did. If I click on it, it actually has processed the video, so I can see a preview of that video if I click play, or I still have the option of downloading it, and this option will be available to whoever you're sending the video to as well. So that's the Google Drive link. The attachments show up down here, as well as this video has a preview down at the bottom as well. So in Gmail, they'll show you previews like we saw in the last video with the attachments for images, but it will also, in other emails, it may not show you this preview of the thing. It might just be the name of the file, and you have to click it to download. But within Gmail, it works with, they show you a preview. Other email clients may not have that. So that, in a nutshell, is how to attach files using within an email in Gmail, and using the Google Drive links. And hopefully this video was helpful, and I will see you in another Gmail tutorial, a Gmail quick tip, or advanced Gmail tutorial. Okay, bye.